They didn't say it outright. No one stood up and shouted, "We don't trust you because you're black." No one wrote it in an email. No one hung a sign. But I heard it in every silence. I felt it in every look. I saw it when they didn't speak up. And when everything collapsed, they just said, "We're conducting a review." My name is Aisha Roberts. I'm 26. Registered nurse, graduated top 5% of my class. Licensed in Georgia. No infractions, no warnings. I worked at Oakview Private Medical Center in Atlanta for almost 3 years. I loved my job. The shift rotations, the routines, the chaos. The elderly patients who wanted to talk too much. The parents who cried when their kids finally got better. The late nights, the sore feet, the lives we touched. I believed in care, in dignity, in earning trust. But none of that saved me. It was a Tuesday. I was on rotation in General Internal, room 3B. A middle-aged white woman named Deborah McCarthy had come in for dehydration and elevated BP. Standard IV fluids, observation, vitals every 90 minutes. I was on rounds, scanned her chart, confirmed saline and a 10 milligram dose of lisinopril. Same routine I'd done 100 times. I walked in, greeted her with a smile. She barely looked at me. "Why are you giving me something?" she asked. "It's on your chart, ma'am. Dr. Pennington ordered it." She frowned. "I didn't agree to that." "It's routine for your condition, but I can double check if you'd like." She didn't answer. I waited. She rolled up her sleeve. I administered the injection. Smiled. "All done." She didn't smile back. The next morning, I was pulled into an office. My supervisor, Ms. Green, sat with the HR coordinator. They didn't offer me coffee. Didn't ask how my shift went. Ms. Green opened a folder. There was a complaint filed by Miss McCarthy regarding improper medication. I blinked. "What?" I gave her exactly what was on the chart. She's claiming she never consented to medication and believes she was injected with something else. "That's not true. She rolled up her sleeve herself. She said nothing. She said you pressured her." I offered to show my logs, pointed to the digital chart where I'd logged dosage and timestamp, offered to give a statement. They nodded, but their eyes said, "Too late." By the end of the week, I was temporarily relieved from duty pending internal review. Not fired, not exonerated, just gone. They didn't ask me to explain further. Didn't interview the other nurses who saw me document everything. Didn't call Dr. Pennington. They just paused me. My badge was deactivated. My nameplate was gone. My email access revoked. No one texted. No one asked if I was okay. Even my friend Chelsea from pediatrics said, "I don't want to get involved." My mama told me, "Baby, you're going to have to fight for your name." So I called Marcus Hill. You already know. He got records, pulled badge scans, timestamps, medication logs. The chart was clear. Everything in order. No deviation. We requested camera footage. That took 3 weeks. When we finally saw it, there I was. Calm, respectful. Deborah rolled up her sleeve, turned her head away, said nothing. I administered the injection, exactly like I was trained. Marcus said, "We send a letter. Then we go public." I said, "Let me try internal first." So I scheduled a meeting with the board. I showed them the footage, the logs, the notes from Dr. Pennington, the timestamps, the silence, and they still said, "We believe further training may be helpful." I laughed. "You're punishing me for a false complaint?" "We're not punishing anyone. We're just ensuring confidence." "Her confidence matters more than the truth?" Silence. Deborah never retracted her statement. She said, "I don't remember consenting. It felt wrong." That was enough. They offered me a settlement, 3 months' pay, a neutral reference, a document stating voluntary resignation. I refused. So they marked me as relieved during review, and I walked. No hospitals wanted to touch me. Private clinics wouldn't respond. Even the community health center downtown said, "We're not hiring right now." I drove Uber for 4 months, cried in parking lots, watched my stethoscope gather dust. Then Marcus filed suit, defamation, wrongful suspension, negligence. It made the papers. Black nurse suspended after false complaint. Was it racism or policy? Deborah McCarthy never appeared in court. She moved to Florida. But under oath, Oakview's board admitted they never verified her complaint before pulling me. The footage spoke louder than their policies. The jury awarded me damages. Small, but real. Enough to breathe again. I got licensed in another state, moved to Charlotte, got hired by a clinic that watched my case unfold, and still believed in me. But I'm different now. I don't smile the same. I watch every word. I double-check everything. Not because I doubt myself, but because I know how fast they can strip you down. Deborah never said sorry. Oakview never rehired me. And no one from my old team ever reached out. But when my new patient says, "Thank you for being gentle," I smile and say, "I believe in doing things right, even when the system doesn't." My name is Aisha Roberts. I gave the right dose, followed the rules, but the needle wasn't the problem, I was.